Yo, what's up, snipers, and welcome back to our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So, in last episode, we had a bit of a bummer to the end of the season. We were up against the Vegas Golden Knights in round 1, and we suffered 3 or 4 injuries that held us back, and we ended up losing the series in a 5-game span. It was really bad because first, at the end of the season, pretty much like around here, I think it was Kirill Kaprizov went down with an injury, and he missed the first 2 or 3 games, I think it was, or he came back in game 3 from injury, and then unfortunately, right after that game ended, Bear Schultz went down with a broken leg, I think it was, until the end of the season, and he wasn't going to come back at all during the playoffs, so we lost our top center, we lost our first line left winger for the first 2 games, and then we also lost like Nick Petan, I think, partly through the, I don't know if it was through the end of the season or what. And then we also lost Eric Fitzgerald for the last 3 games, I think it was as well. So we lost 4 players. And then basically Darcy Corson decided to shit the bed and everything like that. So even though Darcy Corson had a Vezina Trophy winning season, it was a successful regular season, but the playoffs, I wanted to get to at least round 3 this year, so we're going to have to make some big moves here in the offseason to try and hope that we could get back to where we want to be. We don't want to become a first-round exit every year, and we want to get Matt Dumba, we want to get Mikhail Granlund and Kirill Kaprizov at least 1 Stanley Cup before they retire. It's going to be hard with Granlund because he's dropping off considerably, but we'll see how it is. So let's go up into the draft first. I'm not going to draft all the rounds. I think I'm going to just do the first round because I'd like to get this episode pretty much done with. So we are picking at spot 25 this year. So let's just go sim to user pick and we'll see what goes before us. So we're getting some trade offers though. This one actually is kind of interesting. So Thomas Tatar and Nick Merkley, so that's 2 decent players. They're probably older. And a 4th for Eric Goligoski, who's a low top 6, and a 2nd. I don't know if I want to do that though, because how old is Tatar? He's a top 9 forward now, 36, no thanks. Merkley's 30. Yeah, that does not make sense right now for me. You gotta reject that. Timo Meier for our first, is that next year's first? I think it is. Yeah, I think it's next year's first. Timo Meier, 2 years left, 83. It's serviceable, but I don't think we need him because I think Fitzgerald's going to grow to that 83 at least. So, Schmaltz, no, he has no years left on his contract either. So, okay, so let's just see who goes in so far in this. So, Garrison was the first, Banting, Keane, Tillett, a high top 4. I haven't seen one of those in a while. So we're just going to go through it like this so you guys can see all that, and it'll be on for the Google Sheets page. A lot more picks, it looks like, for the Islanders and stuff like that. Oh, there's a nice medium elite steal. Corey to the Carolina Hurricanes. And then there's our pick now. So let's see what we could get here at number 25. And then we'll get the rest of the first round done, and then we will sim the rest of the draft. So, Gormley, we do need more defensemen, I think, because some of our defensive prospects aren't growing well. So, high top 6, Rocky Carlos, what a name, I like that name. Stanley Gibbons. Yeah, I think we need a defenseman here. Let's go with Rocky Carlos. He's probably medium top 4. Should be a decent pick. Oh, he's a medium top 60. That's not the greatest. Hopefully he turns out to be something good, though. So let's just go sim to user pick, and then we'll see the last of the first round, and then I'll sim the rest, I think. So Brady Shea for our first for next year. How good is Brady Shea? Because we could bolster up our defensive core a bit. He's 33 already. I'd rather stick with our youth. Okay, so let's see what went for the remainder of the first round, and then that'll be it for the draft. So Sidor, we could have taken a top 6 forward, oh well. And that Gibbons guy was a top 4 defenseman, so I should have went with Stanley Gibbons, but I went with the wrong defenseman. Add insult to the wound for a bad year. So, yeah, let's just sim the rest of the draft. Hopefully the computer can find us some steals, because I don't really care about the draft anymore that much. So, Pittis, Sevret, Fletcher, Castles, Quick, and Leonov. Hopefully those guys turn out to be something good. I'll show you guys their potentials when I go through to re-sign people. So I think we have to re-sign Granlund this year. I'm going to try and get him on a 1-year deal just to come back because I think I want to have him win a cup. And we have some other big names like Eric Fitzgerald's going to want his new contract and stuff like that. I don't even know how much we have in cap space. Hopefully a decent amount. Corson looks like we have to sign him too. Oh, this might be a really bad year if we aren't able to. So Richie does not want an extension, so he's probably going this year. Hodges, I definitely want to get Hodges back. Granlund, I want to get back for 1 year if I can. He's dropping off a lot. Knubel, I want to get back. Gonchar, I don't need Gonchar back. He doesn't want to come back either. That's only UFAs. Goalies, like I said. Corson, that's a big one, and he does not want an extension. Oh man, I can't afford to lose Darcy Corson. I have Manny McQuaid coming up eventually, but I don't think he's going to be that good. I need to have Corson back. That's a huge one if we could get Corson back. Souray, Fitzgerald, Schrader. This might be a very bad offseason. And we might have shot ourselves in the foot a lot with that loss. Okay, so I'm going to try and get back most of those players. One thing I want to show you guys beforehand is our prospects that we got at the draft. So Carlos is a 55. That's not too bad. Castles, I think, bottom 6. Coletta, I don't know if he was this year. Any good potential? There's another top 6, 17. 3rd round pick. Hopefully that guy pans out. And goalies, okay. Medium elite. Nicely done, computer. 2nd round, they draft us a medium elite goaltender. Hopefully that guy turns out to be better than Salo. Harvey Pittis. Nice. Okay, I'll take it. He's got good athletic, but his puck control and reflexes aren't there yet. I don't think I'll sign him yet, just because I don't want to stunt his growth. And then they also got us a medium starter. Okay. Hopefully those guys are pretty decent, but I still want to get Corson back, obviously. So I'm going to re-sign everybody that I can, and I'll get back to you guys in a second. Okay, guys, so I got pretty much all the big names back. I had to release a ton of bottom 6 guys like Taves and Patan and all that stuff because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to re-sign all those guys, considering Corson wanted a huge contract. He wanted like $10 million, but since he didn't want an extension, we had to give him the biggest contract I've probably ever given anybody in a GM mode. So we gave him a 5-year deal. Let me just get him. There you go. 5 years at $13 million. A huge deal for a goaltender, but he obviously is a 90 overall, so he's a big goaltender for our team. For some reason, he's listed now as an exact starter. I don't know why. He's only 27. If he retires young for some reason, I will be pissed. But anyways, we got him back. And then we got some of the other guys like Larry Souray back and Fitzgerald back. But yeah, we're going to have to move out people eventually because our cap space is getting pretty small. So hopefully we could find some replacements in free agency that are kind of cheap. But our team might be a lot weaker than last year. But I'm hoping that we could still simulate well, despite the fact, because we got a lot of experience. But hopefully we could pick up some decent pieces for our team. Let's just see what's available. So Provorov, Panarin, Hischier, yeah, there's definitely some pieces that could help out with this team. There's the Hobbs guy that we got offered before. Okay, let me just check what we need quickly first before we go into free agency, just because I want to see what we need, because we released a ton of players, and a lot of them I don't remember who I released. So let's go to view contracts. That's where I wanted to go. We do have a lot of prospects that I could potentially trade away for players for like the bottom 6, but I don't know if I want to do that. So let's go sort by centers first. So we got already good enough for centers for sure. We do need some more wingers, it looks like. Yeah, we need better wingers. And defense looks fine, I think. So yeah, we just need some better wingers, it looks like. And that's pretty much it. Because that's mainly what I released, I guess. Because I released Patan. Who else did I have down there on the bottom 6? I don't even remember. So we just need to find some wingers that we could sign on 1-year deals only, because I'm not going to give guys multiple years. So Panarin, he wants 1 year, but he's not affordable, unfortunately. Let's just go UFAs. Actually, let's see RFAs for a second. Nah, there's nobody really. Let's just go all skaters. And let's go affordable. So we want wingers. We could actually potentially get Richie back, but then that's all we could get back. We want cheap kind of guys. So Jeff Skinner, 82, 4.925. Who's making a cheap contract, like less than $4 million? Oh, there's a $4 million guy. Ernest Giunta, drafted by the Montreal Canadiens, medium top 6 forward. Not making too much money, but we don't have a lot of cap space. This is kind of annoying. There you go. There's a cheap one. Davison, I'll sign you. Try and get you for a little bit less if I can. 3.1. But he's a center, but he could actually play wing, I guess. Just realized he was a center, but whatever. Tanner Pearson, I'll get you on a 1-year deal. Yeah, 1-year deal, 3.3. That's 6 over $8 million. One more guy that's worth less than 2. There's 1. Perfect. We might be like just barely under the salary cap. I don't know for sure. Like if we are over salary cap, I'm gonna have to trade away some players probably, and it could be just because of Granlund actually. Because Granlund, I had to sign on a 1-year deal worth like 4 point something. So let's see if we could get these guys. I don't know if I could actually afford all these guys. Hopefully I can, because our team's going to be weak, I think, in the bottom 6 especially. So Pearson's accepted, Davison's accepted, and Jeffron's accepted. So we managed to afford them all. So let's sim into next season and see what our lines look like. Okay guys, so here's the lines for the 10th year actually, I think, in this GM mode. Unfortunately, our team is really weak and people are dropping off a lot. So the first line is actually pretty decent. Fitzgerald's grown to an 83. He's actually listed as a second line forward. So actually, I'm going to put him on the second line just so he stays growing. But he is growing, which is good. And he's only 21, so that's good news. Also, Bear Schultz is up to an 89 now. So that is also good news. So our first line is not that bad. Second line is not horrible. But then our bottom 6 is getting really weak. Granlund's dropped down to an 80 overall now. So I think he's close to his retirement. So we need to win a cup this season. At least I'm hoping we can. Otherwise, it's not the worst team I've ever put together. And in our defensive core, Dumba is dropping a lot too. He's down to an 86. So he's probably getting into his final seasons as well. Gene Seabrook has made the NHL. He's listed as a depth defenseman, but I'm going to be playing him this year. And then goaltending, Corson hopefully can carry our team to a playoff berth, and maybe he'll win another Vezina or something. And then Korobov as our backup, and Lundestrom is our depth guy. So not the greatest. And then in the AHL, let's just make sure we got all our good prospects in. We are getting some growth down there, but like really slowly, it looks like. So Forsberg, I want to play Forsberg. I'll play him over Saprikin, I think. Okay, so basically with our AHL team, we still have a lot of top 6 guys, but it seems like Malone and Baran, like they aren't getting that good. Like for some reason, Malone wanted a 1-way contract, so I had to give him over $1 million, and Baran as well. So I don't know if any of these guys are going to actually end up making the NHL, so we might have a bit of a problem with that. But we do have some solid prospects in the defensive core, I think, for the most part, yeah. Some okay ones. And then goaltending, Manny McQuaid should be in the NHL by next season. He's our best prospect down there, and then Simon is our backup. Or well, actually, I'm going to put in the elite goaltender. How is he growing? 69, holy shit. Okay, maybe he's actually going to pan out. Wow. That's amazing, actually. Because he was like a 58 last season. And I was talking to Jay Brylan and Sabres fan. I'm like, yeah, this guy's going to end up like Nicholas Whiting was. And Whiting's currently an AHL starting goaltender for the Tucson Roadrunners. But Salo jumped all the way to his 69. So he could be NHL bound in 2 seasons. And maybe our future starter. So actually, we have one really good prospect down there. Well, I'm glad at least he's growing. So anyways, guys, that's the lines. And let's see, who did the captain, or who's the captain? Sure is still the captain. And Granlund and Dumba are still in. So I'm going to keep Granlund and Dumba as assistants, but I'm going to demote Sure. Even though Sure has been a solid captain for us, because Bear Schultz is an 89 now. No reason he should cap. Eventually, Sure will be Granlund or somebody retires. So There you go. And yeah, so let's see, anything else we want to do? I don't think so. We're listed as a contender, so we should be able to still make the playoffs. Who knows how really weak our team is. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time.